Hey friends, it's Dimitri with the Brush Your Streetwear. One of the biggest lessons I learned from being mentored was to have big ears and big eyes. So for normal people, they might not really notice this, but I noticed this. So there's these little tiny crumbs on here, and there was some on this mailer this morning. And I was thinking, okay, where are those crumbs coming from? Why are they there? And what will happen to them? So if I'm going to be taking this, right, all of this stuff will fall into the ground, and you can already see some right there. So those crumbs are coming from these cardboard boxes. So I restocked these the other day, and when we pull them from the shelf and move them in and out, all of those little crumbs, they fall onto here, and then eventually they'll fall onto the ground. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put a little tray under here, build something there so that it catches those crumbs and then it's not making a mess in the office. So that's gonna be my little improvement project for today. All right, here's my improvement. So I just took some of these fiber boards that I already had laying around. They're already pre-cut from another shelf. I hot glued them on, and then I put this little cardboard tray right here. So now any debris that falls down from these slots down here, it'll go into here, and once in a while we'll clean it out. So hopefully that will keep stuff a little bit tidier here. So what does big ears and big eyes really mean, and how can you really apply that in your clothing brand? So what it means is that you're being sensitive to the details. You're noticing things that might not go noticed, and then you're figuring out how to solve those problems essentially and stop them at the source, so then they don't keep reoccurring and you're not having problems in your business. Now, obviously, I just showed you a practical way that you can do it. You can do it in your physical environment, all your operations, but also a large part of this is finding problems in your manufacturing, in your processes to make all your clothing, in the way you send it out, right? So you want to eliminate defects. One thing that Michael and we're working on right now is that we were having a problem with tags from one of our suppliers. They mess up a lot of the tags, and there's a high frequency of them doing it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of sick of it. So what am I going to do with that? So we bought a heat press, and we are going to go manufacture our own tags and get them pressed into our shirts and have them just do the printing. So that's kind of a course that we're correcting. Now, from the company themselves, what could they have done? Well, they could have noticed, hey, we keep having a higher margin of error in our process. How can we stop this? What's actually causing it? So then you stop, you pull the cord, you stop, and you figure out, okay, what's going on? How can we fix this problem? But you can't really see the problem, and you can't really find the source of it unless you have big ears and big eyes, unless you're being sensitive to the details. And that's what you should do every single day. You should train your brain to think like that. And this, it's probably like a sillier example, and there's probably a better way to do it. But I like to do stuff like this. It just takes like 5 minutes or whatever out of the day. And I like to train my brain to think like that. And I like to notice stuff like that. It's not even about being like OCD or being too detail oriented. It's about finding problems and solving them. And that's all you do as a business, essentially. You're finding problems and you're solving them, and you're creating a better and better quality product for your customer. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Hope you learned something. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.